right. How you all doing today? Happy Sabbath to every one of you, especially those who get the video later. Hallelujah. Happy Sabbath again. Um, so I first want to thank Yah for another privilege on today to get on with service. And I think last time it was 2 weeks back, 2 Shabbats ago, and dealt with a little bit of what is a bad man and slash jealousy, not mistaken, part three. Okay. I had rough 2 3 weeks, but I'm still fighting through. Y'all know how it is. We have um, those pinchy moments where things happen in your life and you just have to, rest your mind. You got to take breaks. You got to do some prayer, man, and just rethink of things. So I've been dealing with that for a while. And but doesn't mean I giving up. Nope. I'm still fighting through, y'all. We go through it. People in the scriptures go through it. We go through it. We have moments. We all have moments. But I'm so grateful to be back. Um, and prayerfully, you all are doing fine. We understand summer is approaching and it's spring. Hallelujah. So, here in Chicago, funny weather, it's a little kind of cold out and it gets so warm, cold, you know. Um, so, again, I am very excited. And kind of had enough sleep. So, bear with me if I seem a little cranky. um, yeah, I've been doing, constantly just, working hard, doing, my deliveries and stuff like that. So, I'm just so glad to be back, man. So glad to be back. As y'all see above, yeah, ladies, I really pray that you guys get some understanding on today with this. Yeah, I cannot wait to get on this situation. Um, I do understand that, um, there are some ladies in the world looking at, okay, what he has that helps what she wants or what she need, and especially of her being overly curious or being whimsical. Okay. But what if I say it can lead to a bad result in your life? What if I say that it leads to that and then regrets come later? Okay. And just for a disclaimer, I'm not being on those who are in a relationship with the person you love. Listen, I'm not sitting here putting out a false judgment on you. Nope. Okay. People learn the easy or the hard way. It happens. People learn the easy or the hard way. So at the same time, I do pray that those who are in those type of relationships or um, marriages, where the man is not good, but you may say he is in your perspective, that things go well in those relationships or the corporated marriage. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to get on this. I don't know how many parts it will be, whether two parts, whether only one part. This is something very important to talk about. Okay. What is a bad man? What is a wicked man? Okay. And before I start prayer, I want to say, well, me expressing this, okay, that um, there's okay. Y'all know me. I talk a lot. There's a movie. It's called Dangerous Minds. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that movie. Okay, one of the best movies I like to see. And and it kind of reminds you of like what it is now. So these students, they was at the school, It was like a program type. I don't, but make it brief. These men, these women were very disrespectful towards the teachers. And I remember one of the guys was in the movie scene and he was like, "Hey, look, man, um, I'm in a broken home. I don't have my father. Like, my father wasn't there for me." And I'm sure some of y'all ladies hear that a lot. Some of y'all guys hear that a lot. His father's not there. They just not for these, for the sons and, excuse me, and for the sons and daughters and family. And this is why we have a heavy jail fulfillment with with uh, with with capacity. It makes perfect sense because yes, there are men that don't want to carry out the responsibility. We have men that they just want to have sex and they feel good. It's kind of like having you a big cup of Pepsi with ice. You don't drink Pepsi, or I call it the car cleaner. Anywho, it may taste good, but then they satisfy at the end. They're like, I want another one. So I'm comparing it to where these brothers, some guys, they screw you, even virgins, and they feel like they are a man because they went on and did it to somebody else. And this is why we have women that's angry. And then it leads us to have children that's very wicked. And then we have a bad neighborhood. And now, no wonder some of us get shot out of nowhere. Some of us have carjacks because some of these women are with the bad man. Think about it. And guys, stop blaming the women. Stop always blaming women because technically it's you. It's not just what you, yeah, because guys, when we are dealing with women, we are responsible. Yeah. But some of y'all don't want to be responsible. Y'all look at her ass, feet, blah, yada, yada. Oh, that is my treasure I'm going to abuse. She think you want to embrace it. Then she's used. Now she says, I don't want to be anybody else, or I'd rather go ahead and just live my life. And I don't give a damn what people think. Okay, so this subject is going to be very, very good to know. Okay, and once again, those who are in a relationship with the gentleman that may be bad in Yahuwah's eyes, come to call God, and you look at him like a good person, I pray the best to where the relationship transfers to righteousness under the Creator. I'm not going to sit here and condone what you may feel about the guy, but I pray that things will get better in your relationships. Okay. I'm happy Sabbath to all of you. Yah, we give you honor. We appreciate you so much. Yah, thank you. We ask um, us that worship you, take over, especially on this word you're speaking out. Yah, thank you. We are doing our best to keep your commandments every day, every night. Yah, as you know, that we get tired, but Yah, we still fighting through. We may be bleeding, but we still fighting through. We may be sweating with dexterity, but we still fighting through. Yah, we may deal with despair, but Yah, we still fighting through. We may think that you're not with us, but we still fighting through and still be loyal to you. Just like how a woman is loyal to her righteous man when he goes out to a business trip, and she still does her duties. Yahuwah Tudah. Yah, those who are going to be looking at this video and those who are looking right now, favor them with protection. Continue to lead through the voice that you are using on today by your set apart spirit, or commonly called Holy Spirit, on this day on your feast. Yah, those who are stranded, those who are struggling, those who are dealing with poverty, and much more, free them into your path and lead them to safety. Favor them with things they need. In the name of Yahuwah. Tudah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yahuwah. Halal Yahuwah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So be it. Okay. I'm going to read a psalm or two. Well, I'm going to read. Well, read. I'm going to read um, a couple of psalms and Jeremiah, and we're going to get on with First Samuel 25. Okay, so what's going to happen today? I'm going to be talking about relationship issues. Um, I'm going to be talking about the dangers of dealing with a wicked man spiritually. Oh yeah, so those are two things I'm going to be dealing with for the time being. Okay. Yeah, I cannot wait to get on this because again, we again, this has to be talked about. This is so important to know this because I do agree that there are some women they not aware. They just not aware. You know what I mean? And it's okay. It it happens. We learning. Okay, that's why I thank Yahuwah that He given us another day to live, time to get ourselves together. Okay, Psalms 100. So I'm going to jump on that. Psalms 100. Okay, Psalms 100. So let's get on that. And it says this. It says, "Make a joyful noise unto Yahuwah, all you lands. Serve Him with gladness. Come before His presence with singing. Know you that Yah is the Creator." Um, or it's one. It is He that created us, not we ourselves. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture. Enter to His gates with thanksgiving, and to His courts with praise. Excuse me. Be thankful to Him and favor His name, for Yahuwah is good; His mercy is everlasting, and His truth endures to all generations. Thank you, Yahuwah. Halal Yahuwah. Thank you. Yes. And then we're going to get on to Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. All right. So we're going to get on that. Let's see here. Yirmiyahu or Jeremiah. Okay. So let's get on that. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. It says this. It says, Thus says Most High, stand you in the ways and see and ask for the old path. Where is that way? Where is that good way? And walk in it, and you should find rest or peace for your souls. But they said, we will not walk in it. Okay, allow Yahuwah. Okay. So yeah, let's go to First Samuel 25. The reason why is because I agree this is the start of this subject. And mind you, there was a problem against Abigail, that she dealt with a wicked man. Okay. So I'm going to read that. And yeah, let's get on that. Okay. So First Samuel 25. And thing is, with this, I've noticed that, because I do drive a lot, and I've been noticing there's more and more women selling their bodies, man. It's very disturbing. Yes, there are women that's doing that. I mean, I have women approaching me. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm like, look, I have a YouTube. I can give you my card and give you some prayer and truth, but you need to go home before the cops catch you. You know what you're doing is wrong, and that's something that you need to stop doing. I mean, and why? Because once again, wicked men, and these wicked men will lead these women to do what they do. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with this stuff. Not all men, not all men is wicked. Okay, but some guys do that. Some guys do what they want to gain power and to feel good. Okay. So yeah, First Samuel chapter 25. We're going to start in the beginning. We're going to start in verse 1. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of these distractions with my laptop, these offer stuff. Okay. So yeah, First Samuel 25. It says, I'm starting verse 1. It says, and Samuel died, and all Yashrael gathered together. Okay. and cried for him, were very sad or lamented him or for him, and buried him at his home at Ramah. And David arose and went down to the wilderness of Paran. Um, and there was a man in Maun, um, whose possessions were in Carmel, and the man was very great, and he had 3,000 sheep. Excuse me. He had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was shearing or cutting or trimming the sheep in Carmel. Okay, and now the name of the man was Nabal. Okay, or Naval. Okay, Naval. And the name of his woman was Abigail. Okay, and she was a woman of good understanding. So she kept the commandments of Yah. She know the commandments. She had knowledge of Yah. I'm saying His word, and a beautiful countenance. So she was very attractive. Okay, but the man was churlish and evil. So um, the word churlish. Okay, what does that mean? So I'm going to look that up for educated purposes. Okay, so I'm gonna look up the word churlish real quick. Okay. All right. So churlish. Let's see. Okay. So it means rude or disrespecting or okay. It means mean spirited. Okay, that's interesting. It's mean spirited. That's pretty interesting. Which tells me that this man does not worship Yah. Okay, yeah, and he was probably uh, emotional abuser. Okay, um, real talk. The brother was he felt like he was a god. Okay, I don't know. I'm sure some of y'all ladies ran into somebody like that before, where you met a guy, okay, and he may have some money, and you like, okay, cool, okay, so I'm looking at a brother that has money, and then you with him, and then you're like, oh, I regret, because now you feel like you're walking in eggshells. Now I feel like you cannot do things normally around him. Okay, I mean, I'm sure some of y'all ladies been through the experience where you may sleep next to him, and then you feel uncomfortable being in the same bed with the brother. Okay, maybe at midnight you go to your mom's place, you sneak out the house. Wow. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so this brother was churlish, he was wicked or evil in his doings. Okay, he had a behavior with no worship of Yah. Okay, and he was of the house of Caleb. Okay, so for the sake, I'm not going to read too much of this. I'm going to get to the point. Um, so let's go further down. Okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm just go. You know what? It's cool. I'm just gonna keep reading. This is the word of Yah. Verse 4. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep, and David sent out 10 young men. And David said unto the young man, get you up to Carmel and to Nabal, and greet him in my name. And thus shall you say to him that lives in prosperity, peace be both to you, and peace be to your home, and peace or shalom be into all that you have. And now I've heard, excuse me, that you have shearers. Now your shepherds which were with us, we hurt them not, neither was there aught missing unto them all the while they were in Carmel. Ask your young man, and they will show you. Wherefore let the young man find favor in your eyes, for we come in a good day. Give, I pray you, whatsoever comes to your hand, and to your servants, and to your son David. And when David's young men came, they spoke to Nabal according to all the words in the name of David, and stopped or ceased. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David? Who is this son of Yeshai? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master. Shall I then take my bread and my sharers and give it to men whom I know not whence they be? So David's young men turned their way and went again and came and told him all those sayings. And David said to his men, gird ye every man into his sword, and they girded on every man his sword, and David also girded on his sword, and went up after David about 400 men, and 200 abode by the stuff. So reading this kind of like how men are today. Some guys are today. They have this conversation, let's say a gas station, and ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy, you may go with the guy in the gas station, and he say, "Hey, I won $20 on number four," and then the clerk made a mistake, and then he just get just angry, and she be like, "Honey, calm down. He just made a mistake," but then he took it so far. Okay, he took it so far, and he ain't hitting the steering wheel, losing his head. I'm sure y'all been with a guy like that before. So this guy that I'm referring to, an example, I mean, this gentleman right here, he gets an attitude because of what? You see what I'm saying? And y'all ladies, be careful, guys like that, because that means that he does not have a humble mind. It's that I'm looking at that he has pride, a lot of pride, and he think he is the biggest macho man in the world. So y'all be careful, guys like that, okay? Because I learned that when a guy gets like that a lot, he gonna have a heart stroke. Okay, that's why we have a lot of statistics where there are a few guys, they have strokes out of being angry so much, and they have a very high blood pressure, and now they out. Because of them being angry so much. Okay, real talk, man. And then also I learned, especially if y'all women are pregnant, if some of y'all pregnant and y'all do with a man like to argue, be careful with that too, because that can cause you to have miscarriage. When you screaming at him too, man, that causes a lot of problems, man. Cause a lot of tensions. That's wickedness. Man likes to argue, complain over tiny thing, and you dealing with that. You don't mean to scream. You did it anyway, and now your baby died. Okay, so we have to be careful who we be with. Be careful of whom we are letting the man enter into your doors. You get it? Door, vagina. Okay, so we gotta be careful with this stuff. All right. So he have an attitude. Okay, and then now I'm gonna say this too. A wicked man gets what he gets. He gets a bad result. Okay, let's prove that. Okay, because mind you, Abigail, she didn't leave him. She probably thought about leaving him, but she stood her ground with him. She probably was worshiping Yah, did what she could. She probably stressed out, but hey, she fought through it. But let me tell you this. Let me read something here and go at the end of this chapter. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go to verse 36 in the same chapter. And Abigail came to Nabal, and behold, he held a feast in his home, like a feast of a king, and Nabal's heart was merry. Okay, or very jolly. The guy was super excited. Okay. Within him, for he was very drunk. He was a drunken man. And let me say this. Let me say this to y'all, man. Um, you don't have to feel obligated to stick with a wicked man. I'm gonna say it again. You don't have to feel obligated to stick with a wicked man, especially when you are dealing with somebody that gets drunk a lot and he likes to put his hands on you. It's going to cause you to be dead too. I'm telling you, it's going to cause you to have power struggle. You can be worshiping Yahuwah. I'm telling you, that's not going to work. Yahuwah doesn't cause confusion. Okay, he don't. There's a verse in 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. I think that's the verse. It says, Yahuwah is not the author of confusion. Ladies, don't do it. Especially if you have children. There's a better man for you. Okay? There's a better man for you. Yahuwah don't condone those type of relationships. Okay? He don't. All right? They had a party, a feast. Okay? The brother was drunk, you know what I'm saying? Wherefore she told him nothing less or more. See that? she she was probably getting tired of him, but she hung in there with him. Okay. That's her business. That's her decision. She wanted to stay with the guy. I don't know how the life was in those years she been with him. I don't know. Okay. So verse 37, and it came to pass in the AM when the wine was going out of Nabal, and his woman had told him these things, that his heart died within him, and he became as a stone. Okay. So in other words, the brother had a freaking heart attack. The brother just like, oh, he just died. And I don't know what she told him. I don't know. But the brother died. Okay. So this being said, I'm gonna say this, you know, wicked man is going to be cursed with an early death. It can be a situation where y'all can cause you to lose your job. Okay. He may cause your car to be stolen. Real talk, man. He may cause you to have a near accident. Just give you a wake up call to be close to your family, to stop being wicked. He can cause anything according to his judgment to you. If you keep living wicked, like this brother here, he died. Just like that. He could have lived longer. The man could have been, prosperous in times to come, but he died. He died. I don't know how old he was, but he died. Okay. And I assure you the reason why he died, because he was wicked. And then plus he was drunk. Okay. All right. Because we understand that, wicked men, they like to drink a lot. Okay. Y'all ladies know that. They love to drink. They like to put their hands on on a woman, excuse me. They like to be, they like to be belligerent, to attack. So y'all ladies be careful, man, because I'm gonna say the dangerous thing with this stuff. Some of y'all ladies know, but dealing with an abusive man, you can die, man. You can have these bruises and you be dead. Your children can be dead too. So y'all need to be careful. And I know y'all have this tendency where, it can be a situation where Yahuwah is trying to give you the signs that you shouldn't be with him. Y'all stay with him. And now you suffer the consequence. Where y'all could have somebody better for you. Okay. So yeah, this story is really good to know. He didn't make it. The man didn't want to have nothing of y'all, but the woman did, and that's what happened to him. And what's funny with this too, early when I read, about the 400 men that David had, man, David was cool. David was come after him. You see what I'm saying? But Abigail calmed the situation, resolved it, and they did not attack him. But y'all dealt with it. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to another story. We're going to go to 2 Kings chapter 17. Okay, this is, remember I said earlier, I'm going to be dealing with relationship-wise with a wicked man, deal with a spiritual situation, wicked man. Okay, this is very important to know. Okay, and the reason I'm going to get on that, I meant to say my disclaimer is this. And I do understand some of y'all may not agree, and listen, that's your business, but this is the truth. A religious or a spiritual wicked man is a wicked man. I'm telling you, you cannot speak around that and to claim I'm wrong. No. Just because a man has a religion, because the word religion means to pull. It means to pull you back from what the truth is, restraining you. Man-made lies to you to agree on that you think is from him, from Yahuwah. Okay. But it's for the sake of the sun, the moon, and star worship. All right. And I'm gonna speak on that, Yah willing, in the future, is what is moon, what is sun, and what is star worship. Oh boy, y'all got to learn that. Okay. So yeah, let's get on this. 2 Kings chapter 17. Okay. Yeah. 2 Kings chapter 17. And let's see what this says. And let's go to verse 1. Okay, I'm going to go verse 1 through verse 18. Okay, verse 1 through verse 18. Okay. It says, in the 20th year of Ahaz, king of Yehuda. Okay, and Yehuda is one of the tribes of Yashrael. Okay, which is formerly from the one of the 12 sons of Yashrael, Jacob. Okay, so keep that in mind. Began Husha, son of Allah, to reign in Shimron over Yashrael for 9 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yah. Did you hear that? So he did which was evil. Okay, it's kind of like guys today. Okay, you know what it says? He did evil in the sight of Yah. Okay, so that tells me that this king was not only wicked spiritually, but he was into worshiping something else. I want to prove that in a minute. Okay, so here we are. We got a problem already. But not as the kings of Yashrael that were before him. Against him came up Shalman, Aker, king of Ashur, and Husha became his servant and gave him presents. And the king of Ashur found conspiracy in Husha, for he had sent messengers. So king of Mitzrayim or Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Ashur, as he had done year by year. Therefore, the king of Ashur shut him up and bound him in prison. Then the king of Ashur came up throughout all the land and went up in Shomron and besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Husha, the king of Ashur took Shomron and carried Yashur away into Ashura and placed them in Chalach and in Chavor by the river of Gutsan, and in the cities of Madai. For so it was that the children of Yashua had sinned against Yahuwah, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt. Okay, so they sinned. Where did it come from? It came from the king. It came from the wickedness that was going on. Ladies, did you know, when you're with a wicked man that is into religion, I said it. When you're with a man that's into religion, it's very wicked. Okay? It's very wicked. And this is why I'm going to just name a few things on the list. This is why some families have problems with nightmares. The children always got a problem, and whether they got a problem with inside of their health, it's always something going on. They trust in the hospital. They trust in vaccines. They trust in medicine. Okay, don't get wrong. There are some religious people, okay, men into religious family. They into health, but there's still something wrong. So they don't have a full understanding about Yahuwah. They agree that it's fine to have your belief. It's fine to worship God, like they say, I worship God. And it don't matter what belief you have, but we worship the same God. Have you ever heard that line? And then what happens is some women get abused, some women get misused, especially the Muslim religion. Oh yeah, some guys are abusive in the Muslim religion. Because what we worship is what our character is. So that's why I have to say that. Because here, look, again, this king didn't do well. This king was responsible of supervising the Israelites. They wound up sinning. But let me continue reading and see what else happened. Check this out. So here they are making Yah upset. Okay. Let's keep going. Which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt Verse 7, from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and have feared other Allahims, or feared Allahim, means more than one God. Okay. So the Israelites were fearing because of what they were led to do. They were led by this wicked man, just like how some women are led by their husbands to worship the same idol that the man worships. See, this is why we have a lot of confusion in the neighborhoods. We have confusions, you know, inside of institutions or church. We have people get hurt a lot at church, or they get so-called blessed, they use at church institution, and they think they like, oh, I'm feeling great, man. I don't need nothing. I got everything I want. Okay. That's why I'm going to get on the book of Job later on today about that problem. Ladies, be careful who you be with. I'm telling you, it's better for y'all women to learn who is the creator is. I'm telling you, it's going to help you. I am a witness on that. Okay, I'm a witness on that. Yahuwah there's nothing above Yah, nothing. Okay, so I think y'all ladies need to read the scriptures. Get a righteous man to let him teach you the word. That's the best you can get. But it's unfortunate. The reason why some women does not want to agree because they are stuck with the man. It's called a stronghold. Because I learned that when a woman is with the man that fits her whimsicality perfectly, she can't leave. It's gonna be impossible. Okay, it's going to be impossible. She's going to stick with him. She don't give a flat freak. If she had truth, 100%, she's going to be like, oh well, this is my husband. I'm being with him. Okay. The guy can be a Catholic, Christian, Buddhist. She's fine with that. I'm telling y'all, this is some real stuff, but it can lead down to the grave, and you can never see in return no salvation for any of those people. The Israelites sinned, okay, all because of a king. He made them live in sin. The king knew that. He didn't really care. He like, oh, great. The king had power, y'all. Let's continue to read. I'm going to continue to read. They was fearing different gods, verse 8, and walked in the statutes of the heathen. Statutes of the heathen, ways of the heathen, ways of America, ways of Philippines, ways of Africa. Y'all get it? The ways of the nations. Man, this is good to know, y'all. This is good to know, y'all. This is why a lot of people is dying. A lot of people is dying spiritually because of a man, a wicked man. You'd be surprised. Just because a man smiles and he have religion, don't mean a damn thing. Yahuwah don't care about all that. The man can have his own house or apartment and have 2 or 3 cars or 1 car and got two jobs or 1 good paying job in a business, and you want to be with him because he's cool, he's good, because he got his own church home from his grandfather or granddaddy, and you claim that's from God that you say. But at the same time, Yah is not even in none of that. And y'all ladies going to be deceived for the rest of your life. And once again, no wonder why we have confused neighborhoods. And no wonder why some of us are being destroyed by the judgments of Yah through tsunamis, tornadoes, and fire. You can name it, because Yah is pissed. Proves in the scripture in Psalm 7:11. Yah is wicked with the Yah is wicked. Yah is angry with the wickedness every day. Because some women, they don't want to just stick with the righteous man. They want to be with the regular guy, right? Without thinking straight, without even questioning him. Y'all ladies don't ask him. Y'all don't be ask these guys, who do you worship? Y'all just go with them because he got a job or business. The guy looks good. He got big muscles. So goddamn what? What about his spirit? Well, who did he worship? That's what's important. Ask him, who did he worship? I'm telling you, if us women will ask the man that question, who you worship, what is your religion? We would have better neighborhoods. If he says, oh, I worship Jesus or I worship Buddha, you better run away. Because the brother didn't even say Yah, or he didn't even say the creator. Hmm? Hmm? He didn't even say the savior. He said, oh, I'm into Jesus, I'm into Buddha, I'm into Confucius. But some of y'all go for it anyway, because y'all be curious. Y'all want to learn another way of, y'all want to learn spiritism. That's called spiritism, or being a spiritualist, where you want to learn something that's against Yah. And so, okay. So be careful with that stuff, man. That's some real shit. Be careful, man. I'm telling you. Because I was with a woman myself, and we were both Christians. Never again, never again. I would go through that again. I regret it. I was young. I was stupid. I didn't know better. But I was wicked, and didn't realize I was wicked. She was wicked with me. You know what I'm saying? We both thought it was from Creator. And wound up getting a damn divorce. Okay? This stuff can get you. It can really close your life bad. So here, they walk in the statutes of the heathen. And by the way, when it's all about the statutes of the heathen, in today's time, it's talk about holidays. Y'all women, y'all love your holidays because your husband's into it or your father's into it. Okay? Your mom, you follow traditions. So you're looking for a man that's following the same you do. See, this is why we have, man, I could talk this all freaking day. That's why we have a lot of problems in our earth, y'all. Because we feed off confusion, and we don't want to take a time out and to read the truth, man, and research. So we have to know what the hell we're doing. We just go for what we think is okay, but we don't question it. We don't challenge it. Yeah. You know what? I heard, oh my goodness. Y'all got to see this movie called The Reaping. Ooh, man. Just please watch the movie called The Reaping. I have heard that there are some mothers that are Catholics, y'all. Look it up, you don't believe. Look it up in YouTube. Shit, look up religious women in prison. They molest their children. They put their children in stoves and shit, drown them to death. Man, y'all think they came from Yahuwah, the creator, the one that giving us the word, the truth? Not really. Ladies, be careful who you be with. I'm telling you, be with a righteous man. That's the best you can get. He's going to help you to get better. Okay, I've heard stories, man. It's scary out here. You'd be amazed what a bad man can do to a innocent woman. Man, they can change like that. All it takes is influence, sex, and purpose of his flesh. And y'all think it's from God. God. But the whole time it was from darkness. The whole time it was from darkness, and y'all even know it. All right. Okay. Whom Yahuwah cast out from before the children of Yashrael and of the kings of Yashrael, which they had made. Verse 9. And the children of Yashrael did secretly those things that were not right against Yahuwah, and they built them high places. Now, today's time, high places is considered or called institutions or churches. Let's prove that real quick. Let's go to Ezekiel 16. I think that's the chapter. I mean, don't quote me. I think it is in Ezekiel. I think it is. I don't know, but it's been a while. I remember Ezekiel. All right. So let's go with that. Um, okay. So I stay rectified. Okay. All right. So look, it says in verse 24, it says that you have also built you an eminent place. Eminent has to do with like a beauty of something, the big size of something, eminent. Okay, eminent place. Okay, and you have made you a high place in every street corner. What high places in streets? Institutions. Think about it. Okay, come and keep reading. Verse 25. You have built your high place every head of the way, and have made your beauty to be abhorred, and you have opened your feet to every one that passed by, and multiplied your whoredom. Okay, your whoredom, different beliefs, whoredom, different spiritual fornication, meaning you. There are people that worship different deities out of false love, compassion, emotion. Okay, out of belief in a doctrine, whoredom, and they worship these deities of the moon and sun against Yahuwah. Okay, hope that makes sense. So a high place can also be a synagogue. It can also be a mosque. It can be a temple. Okay, it can be those things. It can be also groves where people do worships and rituals um, as well. Okay, there are some country that make groves. Okay, so back when I was reading, if I go back to Second Kings, the Israelites were inspired to create high places. They probably was making groves. I don't know. Maybe they're making groves. Okay. And again, no wonder why Yahuwah is not excited about how we live. That's why we messed up. This is why we are in the land of America, lands of slaveries. Think about it. It's a punishment we're dealing with because we all left Yah. So we have to pay the price and deal with it to come back to him in rough situations. Think about it. All because of the man, the wicked man. Okay, the wicked man. I do understand y'all, young children, sons and daughters, y'all love your father. Listen, I'm not beating that up, but y'all women, y'all gotta be careful who you let a man screw you in the bed. If you screw a wicked man, let the brother be, and you're leading your life, you already dead as you know it. And I have to seem blunt, but I meant this out of love and compassion. You are already messed up being with somebody like that. And this is why some women smoke cigarettes. At one point, they wasn't smoking a cigarette until they met some guy. Now she just puffing. Like now she's an expert of hold her cigarette in a feminine version, and she not a smoke. Now she a chimney. You got some women, they drink a lot because he's drinking a lot. Now she's affected by it. Excuse me. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women, they may not drink, they may not smoke, but hell, they're going to be religious like the man. That's why it's so hard for some of these women to leave the situation. They're going to be stuck where they are complacent. They don't want to leave the man. They don't want to leave the house. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to go ahead and live life, right? They want to go ahead and stick with what they on and call it a day. Man. Built them high places, all the cities from the Tower of Natzaron to the fenced city, verse 10, and they set them up images of Asherah poles. Asherah is a goddess of eggs, the goddess of death to children. That's where we got Easter. Okay. Yes, I said it. Okay. We got women they into follow Easter. They worship Asherah or Astarte. Okay, every year to encourage their children to paint the eggs. Back then, they paint the eggs bloody red for the ritual to Asherah, the death of the babies, the rituals. Easter is a ritualistic holiday, it's like the others. So no wonder why A lot of children are into keeping holidays because of the man and the woman. Ultimately, the man. Every high hill and under every green tree, and there burn they burn incense in all the high places. Where does that come from? We got people that do that in the Catholic cathedrals. They burn incense to make this sweet aroma into the building to make it look nice and all spiritual for the sake of you know who, their deity, to respect people coming into church, to keep them coming back. The smell, just like McDonald's, it smells good to keep them people eating them wicked ass burgers to be unhealthy, to die. No different. Be careful who you sleep with. Be careful who you sleep with. Ladies, be careful with Instagram. Oh boy. Whew. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Not saying don't do it. Not saying you cannot create an account, but just be careful because there are wicked men in these accounts. But y'all go for it anyway because y'all get bored. You get lonely. You quickly want to creep into the path of the man because he have a certain status you want. He stands up for something that you believe in, and then you want to go ahead and let him carry. You want to give him children or not, but then you're in some relationship and then you think it's okay, but it's leading you into chaos, identity crisis. Verse 11, they burnt incense in all the high places, and as the heathen whom Yahuwah carried away before them, and wrought or work wicked things to provoke Yahuwah to anger. For they serve gods or idols, or Elohim or Lachim, okay? Wherefore Yahuwah has said to him, you should not do this thing. You should not do this thing. You should not do this thing. You may say, brother, are you talking about the subject? I am. I'm going deep with it. That's all. I'm going longevity. Yes, I am. This is what happens when y'all women are with somebody religious. I'm telling you, it is wickedness. It is wickedness. Yahuwah looks at it as wicked because what they do is they are taking a God before Yahuwah. Exodus 23 says, you should not have any other gods before me, right? So when a woman is into that man, she had made a covenant with darkness with that brother. Now he's a vessel to in her life and his at the same time. It's like a suicide. You with somebody, okay, he got a belief, or believe in a lie. You're like, okay, cool, no problem. Or be with somebody with the same beliefs you got because your father is the same way. Oh shit, okay, and they got children. You think you're okay? Really? No, you're not. You're not. And that's why we have a lot of debates. Y'all notice that? You notice how it can be a righteous person just trying to lead people in righteousness. Who likes to argue? The woman, mostly. And she loved to claim, oh, you're a devil. Oh, he reading the word. And then the husband agrees with his woman or with one of his women, and then and then sometimes a fight break off over the word of Yah versus the lies. Crazy, yo. It's crazy out here, man. And I wonder why some of our children have schizophrenias, mental manic depressions, obesity, all types of shit because of the man. Of the man, yo. That's all it is. It takes one dude, one voice, one attraction. That's all it takes. Man, I mean, they was at it. The Israelites was at it, yo, over a wicked ass king. It took one dude, one freaking king, one king, a wicked ass man, led the families, the women, the man. Okay, let's continue with this, man. Verse 12, they said, I wherefore have said, don't do this thing. Verse 13, yeah, Yahuwah testified against Joshua and against Yehuda by all the prophets and by all the seers, okay, saying, turn you from evil ways and guard my commandments and my statutes according to all the Torah I command you. And your Father, which I have sent to you by my servants, prophets. Notwithstanding, they will not hear but harden their necks. Okay, what that means is rebellion. They like, I'm gonna do what I want. Some people like that today. Okay, you know how you talk to the word and then they just, they don't want to ask you some questions. They just ignore you. Facebook do that too. They want to quickly argue with you, then they block you and report you. Same thing. They necks just tight. They just feel like they in the army. They want to be combative, right? All this because of truth. What's come from? Once again, darkness. The wrong man can lead to a lot of problems. That's why we have a lot of problems with Facebook. You got these groups. It's a lot of debate. I'm telling you, it's all from the man. It's all from the origin. That's all it is. That's why I tell y'all women, be careful who you sleep with, especially y'all virgin women. Virgins, please listen. Please listen. I know y'all go to school, y'all in high school, you want to go to college, you ready to be a mom. Listen, please be careful. I'm telling you, be careful who you are dealing with as a man. Okay? Notwithstanding, they will not hear but harden their necks like to the neck of their fathers that did not agree in Yahuwah, and they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he cut with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them, and they followed vanity, became vain. What's that? Being Hellenized of a nation. Like today's time, we got a lot of people, you might have a person that came from Philippines or came from India and they act like an American. Now they call themselves an American. That's vanity. Now they talking weird stuff about, they talk an American type language, right? And now they eat anything in America. That's how you have obese, third world country people in America. Have y'all noticed that? Or do I sound crazy? And what do, people? They like to be in a covenant with an American man. Think about this shit for a minute. Philippine women love that. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong being with a man that lives in America that follows Yahuwah. But I'm talking about American man, y'all. I'm talking about American person, a wicked person. You have a Mexican woman will be an American man. You got a freaking Chinese person, a Mongolian person. You have Vietnamese one. I mean, you can name it. And no wonder, again, that's why we have a lot of confusions in the neighborhoods. Think about it for a minute. You even have American men, they go to these countries and impregnate these freaking women and they come back to America. Now it's got worse in other countries. Wicked men. It starts with the wicked man, y'all. The wicked man. That's it. And it ain't no the damn devil. No, devil my ass. It's with the wicked man and your decision you made in the first place. You knew what you was going to be getting into. Be careful. Look at that. Vanity became vain. It went after the heathen. Yeah, y'all is not hear what I'm saying. The heathen. The heathen are those that follow the ways of the Romans, the Greeks, religions. Christianity, Catholicism, you can name it. That's what that shit is. It's their path. Everybody follows that in most cases. That's why we have a big population of Catholicism. I think of 2 or 3 billion Catholics. Christians, we have 1 or 2 billion Christians. Come on, y'all. Does that ring a bell to y'all? It starts with the man. And we have how many people in the earth? Over 6, 7 billion people. Think about it. We got so many confusions because of the man, the wicked man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Verse 16, and they left all the commandments. They left all the commandments. They left everything. Look at this. They left all the commandments of Yah and had made molten image. Molten image. What is a molten image? I might not be able to finish. Well, I might not be able to finish off, but sorry, not going on now, but it's okay. What is it? What is a molten image? Molten, Molten. Okay, molten, um, molten rock, rock, molten rock. Okay, larva, rock. You got cement. This remind me of today's time. We have cemented, molten type images. Yes, we do. We have a lot of them, don't we? The Catholic institutions. We have these weird ass gargoyles made out of molten images. We got Mary made out of molten images, out of cement, rock, Jesus, rock, molten, Confucius, all types of these deities, yo, man. Lot of these deities. I'm telling y'all, this is some real shit. Watch Constantine. Another good movie to watch. Constantine. Man, I tell you, boy, these women, them women had them wicked spirits on them. Man, they had idols above their bed. I call it the star deity, the cross that came from the zodiac sign. Anyway, that's another thing to talk about. I ain't talk about that today, but had some wicked spirits reign on them women. And I bet you they are married to who? The same guy with the same belief. I'm telling you, you left the covenant. When you were the wicked man, you left the com or you had no chance come to covenant with Yah. They left the covenant, verse 16. They left the commandments, they made molten images, they made even two cows or young bulls, which you get your the Indian part, because Indians with the red little thing they had, they had, oh, they gone. Let's say they have a chance to repent, but they into the calf on the bull worship in India. They got these real big ass bulls made out of gold, man. Look it up, golden calves. May Asherah pole and worship the host of heaven. What does host mean? Host of heaven. The stars, fellas. The freaking stars. Do you hear me? That's why we have Muslim women. A lot of Muslim women with the Muslim man. Think about it. Christians, the star god, Jesus, the sun deity. What is the sun? It's the biggest star on a freaking planet. Excuse me. The world. Sunday worship. That's why we have a lot of Christian women. That's why Christian women have a difficult time being with the righteous man because they stuck in their ways. You can be mad at me all you want to. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit. This is love. This is the word of Yah. Y'all women need to keep your damn legs closed. Stop dressing to get a man's attention. It's not going to work. Be righteous. Ask Yah to give you a righteous brother. He will give you one. That's the best you have. Or let a man talk to you at the word and quit being so goddamn picky against the word. Listen to the brother. Listen to him when he teach you the word of Yah. Stop being defensive of your religion. I'm telling you, that's not going to work. The full joy when it comes to relationship is being with the righteous man. That's the best you can get. There's nothing better than that. Host of Shamayahu or heaven and serve Baal, okay, or dark spirit, okay. It can be has to do with um, a god of death, blackness, darkness, okay, which fit with star worship, moon worship, sun worship. Yes, Baal, okay. And they cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the freaking fire, the rituals, the religion, fellas. And y'all not hear what I'm saying, yo. Y'all not hear what I'm saying. Children, I told you earlier. Be careful who you're sleeping with, man. Be careful who you're dealing with. The children are involved. I knew this gonna happen. They are involved in this whole thing. Then it says, and use divination and enchantments. What is divination? These false prophets. Witchcraft, speaking something that y'all didn't even tell you to say, but you just said anyway. Doing magic, Act like you casting out spirits. That's false too. I'm gonna teach that in the future. Can you cast out demons like Jesus did? I'm gonna talk about that crap. And sold themselves to do evil in the sight of Yah to provoke him to anger. Can't you believe that shit? Go to verse 18. Go to verse 18. Therefore, Yah was very angry with Yashrael and removed them out of his sight. Yah removed them at that time. Yah had to separate himself from them. There was none left but the tribe of Yehuda only. I'm telling you, this is some real shit. Y'all women got to be super careful who you're dealing with. That's the reason I keep saying this. Y'all have to think of, be logical of, okay, you like somebody, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish. I'll make this part 2. But I mean, yeah, it's all good because over an hour and I want to be too long. I understand. I get it. Y'all have we have attractions. We get attracted. But there's a way to limit that necessarily. You know, when you know, okay, when you know the word, okay, cool, cool, but you want to be careful of letting the man your home. Oh my goodness. Whew. If you have your own place, lady, oh my goodness, please don't let the brother come in your home like that. And you know that he's not into Yah or he's not willing to lead you. And I know y'all women have that normality. Y'all let him come into your home. Listen, make a strict rule, man. Have a standard. Some of y'all ladies may live with mom and dad. Okay, you may had a divorce. Okay, cool. Okay, it is what it is. But y'all women quick to leave mom and dad, and y'all don't know the dude like that. Take your time with him. Get to know him. Know who he worshiping, man. If he worships a freaking God, you better leave that dude. You better get somebody to worship Yah. I'm telling you, that's the best you can get. So that time being, I'm done for the day. I'm done. Obviously, it's going to be a part 2. All right, much love. Shalom, guys.